Do you know that floods are the most common natural hazard we're likely to experience? Hawkes Bay and Gisborne areas have the highest rainfall variation in New Zealand. That means long, hot, dry spells followed by heavy rain. On average, a severe storm or flood happens every 10 years. The storms we get can be very dangerous. This is because they often start as tropical cyclones. In other parts of the world they're called typhoons or hurricanes. From space, a cyclone looks like a big wheel of cloud always turning clockwise. As they come down our side of the North Island, the bad weather arrives as easterly winds coming off the sea. Because they start in the tropics, the clouds carry a lot of water and it can rain for days. They aren't the only storms we get. For instance, cold southerly storms bring snow and hail, but they often cause the most problems because the rain is so heavy. Another reason why these storms are dangerous is the east coast of New Zealand has a lot of steep land. Instead of soaking into the soil, the rain quickly runs off. It flows into the rivers, often taking logs and dirt with it. If the rivers are already full, or the water is blocked by slips or trees, then we can get a flood. Most of our rivers cross the flat plains where our towns and cities are built. As the rivers flood so often, stop banks have been built to protect our homes, roads and towns. But if there's a really big flood, the stop banks may not be high or strong enough. During this bad storm in 1980, the flood banks in Hawkes Bay burst through the Wairoa River stop bank. The water flooded large areas of orchards, farms and houses.
Came in about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we could hear it coming. Yep. Here Bruce Griffiths rang me, and so we got straight out and out into it. By the time we were out in the paddock, the blooming sheep we couldn't ship them.
How many stock do you lose?
Well, about 500, I should say, at present.
People were forced to evacuate their homes. Jet boats were the only way through the orchards. In March 1988, Cyclone Bola lasted 3 days, and the highest rainfall over that time was 917 millimetres. This was one of the worst storms recently experienced in either Gisborne or Hawkes Bay. Roads were washed away, rivers and streams flooded. Huge slips appeared on hillsides from north of Napier all the way to East Cape. In Wairoa, the river was so high and full of logs and debris that the main bridge connecting the two sides of the town was swept away. In Gisborne City, the Waimata and Torohero rivers burst their banks. Homes and streets were flooded. At Wairanga Okuri, a new 6-kilometre wide lake was formed when a hill fell into a river and made a natural dam. Many houses were flooded right up to their roofs, and the local hall was completely underwater. The mark on the power pole shows where the water reached.